The importance and virtue of prayer. 1. As is well known, TAWHID, believing in the oneness of Allah, knowing and affirming His unique existence, is the greatest obligation. After this, the greatest and most important of the obligatory duties is prayer. Prayer is the sign of faith, the light of the heart, the strength of the soul. It is the believer's ascension. Through prayer, the believer ascends to the spiritual presence of the Almighty Allah and attains spiritual closeness by supplicating to the Almighty Allah. What a great honor for the believer! All true religions have commanded people to pray. Our beloved Prophet, SALLALLAHU ALEYHI VE SELLEM, was also obligated to pray from the moment he was sent as a prophet. However, at that time, prayer was performed twice a day, after sunrise and sunset. Then, on the night of the Miraj, 5 times prayer became obligatory. According to the authentic narration, the Prophet's Miraj took place on the 27th night of the month of Rajab, 18 months before his migration to Medina. 2. There are many commands and exhortations regarding prayer in the Holy Qur'an and the Hadith. All these show how much importance is given to prayer in Islam. The meaning of a verse is as follows. O my messenger, reciting the verses of the Quran that have been revealed to you beautifully and performing prayer properly. Truly, prayer prevents one from things that are unbecoming and from acts that are deemed disgusting. In any case, remembering the Almighty Allah is greater than any act of worship. The Almighty Allah knows all that you do. Ankabut 45. The act of prayer is the greatest form of remembrance. The meaning of another noble verse is as follows. Perform prayer as required and give zakat. Whatever good you send ahead for yourselves, you will find it with Allah as a reward. It will never be lost. Verily, Allah sees what you do. In a Hadith-I Sharif, it is said, prayer is the pillar of religion. Another hadith states, prayer is a light in the heart. So let those who wish to illuminate their hearts strive to increase the light within them. All these blessed verses in hadith are enough to show how great and acceptable prayer is as worship in the sight of Almighty Allah. 3. The truth is that prayer is a very sacred worship. There is no end to the virtues of prayer. Prayer is a high honor obligatory duty that must be performed at specific times by every Muslim who is of sound mind and has reached puberty. Those who fulfill this important obligation will attain the great bounties and blessings of Almighty Allah. Those who deliberately abandon it will suffer the severe punishment of Allah. Muslims are responsible for accustoming their children, once they reach the age of 7, to prayer. Their parents and guardians teach them to pray and ensure they do so. A parent may lightly strike a child who does not pray upon reaching the age of 10, but no more than 3 times. For one should reflect that at every moment one is receiving countless blessings and favors from the Almighty Allah. Is it not necessary to be grateful for the unending favors of our Creator, who is so generous and merciful? Thus, through prayer, human beings attempt to fulfill their duty of worship by paying their debt of gratitude and recognizing the Creator's favors and blessings with a sweet tongue. In this regard, it has been said, prayer brings together all forms of gratitude. Along with this, prayer purifies the soul, illuminates the heart, awakens the faith to high feelings, prevents man from evil, and leads man to goodness, thoughtfulness, humility, and discipline. Through prayer, humans are saved from many sins and attain the bounties and favors of the Almighty Allah. Prayer brings vitality not only to spiritual life, but also to material life. It leads to cleanliness, health, and orderly conduct. 5. Conclusion. The wisdom and benefits of making prayer lawful are beyond all thought. However, a Muslim performs prayer solely for the pleasure of the Almighty Allah, solely to express gratitude and respect to his Creator. Even if one believes that prayer has nitrogen monoxide benefit for humanity, one still performs it as a duty of a servant, striving to fulfill it solely to obey Allah's command. They know for certain that nothing can replace this sacred duty. they consider the minutes spent in prayer to be the happiest and most joyful time of their lives. Indeed, many of the gains of this temporary life can only be obtained through prayer. The hours spent in prayer prepare one for the unending days of joy in the realm of eternity. May those who continue this very blessed and very rewarding. Worship be rejoice.